Oh, hi! Life's beautiful, you're all beautiful, and oh yeah. So I live a few minutes by boat, a few seconds by plane from the US border. The invisible line, which in my part of North America happens to be the 49th parallel, but then it juts down into the Salish Sea and goes around Vancouver Island. So I'm actually at about the same latitude as Bellingham, Washington, for example. All the news happening the last little while there with blackface Trudeau announcing his resignation.
Breaking news, CTV has exclusive video of the Liberal leader race in progress.
And I mean, Trudeau, he's just become the butt of all jokes now.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
We're setting you adrift, idiot.
Maybe you can go live with the Danish. You'll regret this day, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
He's not your guy, friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
We're not your buddies, guy.
I'm not your guy.
Trump getting a second term south of the border, and all of the jokes and rhetoric about him saying Canada should become the 51st state, or all these all these ideas being floated around about a shared economy, which in some ways would be a good thing. Actually, Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary, had a lot of good things to say about what a union would look like. A lot of you are asking what I think. You keep asking me what I think about this whole 51st state, or North America becoming one union sort of proposition, shall we say? And honestly, little bit indifferent about it. Obviously I'm a patriot. I'm proud of my country. I love Canada. I've been sticking up for freedom and freedom lovers and patriots in lots of different countries all around the world. It's not just Canada, not just USA, the Western world, basically. So one thing I have no issue with stating very loudly, publicly, which triggers a lot of my fellow Canucks, is when I remind them that technically we are American already. MAGA already applies. America is a continent of 35 nations. Canada is one of the nations. In fact, the largest nation, the second largest nation on earth, the largest nation in America. It is absolutely accurate to call yourself American, no matter which one of those 35 countries you live in. Just like people in Europe call themselves Europeans. Doesn't matter which country in Europe they live in, they're European. It's accurate in every way. But for some reason in modern history, at least in the North American half of the continent, the US kind of stole the word. It's like slang. It's not technically accurate for them to call themselves exclusively Americans just in the United States of America. They just never... Why didn't they ever come up with a name for their country? The USA, it's an acronym. It's letters. The United States of America. So why did they just run out of names? I mean, Canada could have just as well have been the United Provinces of America, UPA. It's exactly what we decided. Let's actually have a name. Yeah, and then we can call ourselves Canadians, right? I guess people in the U.S. would be United Statesians. Yeah, it just doesn't roll off the tongue very well, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, my brothers and sisters south of the border, we're all the same human beings, and an invisible line across the middle of North America, to me, shouldn't change too much. And I would be indifferent about it if what's the name of the new country? I mean, it doesn't need to be called Canada or the USA. We can just call it, what did I just see recently? Come. That's right. Make come great again.
What if the United States, Mexico, and Canada became one country? If all three nations joined together to form a single country, they could call it COME, or the United Nations of COME, and it would instantly become the most powerful country in the world. Economically, this union would dominate with a GDP of over $28 trillion, making it the richest country on Earth.
Honestly, I'm gonna be brutally honest here. As long as the top half of North America does not regress into archaic and illogical forms of measurement like feet and miles and Fahrenheit. Like, it doesn't make any sense that it could be freezing at 32 degrees and below freezing, but it's still plus on the thermometer. That doesn't make any sense. 0 degrees is freezing. Below 0 degrees, minus is below freezing. Above 0 degrees, plus is above freezing. That only makes sense. So, no, we're not doing Fahrenheit, we're not doing miles, we're not going back to the Dark Ages. But everything else, I'm on board. Let's do it. So the question is, would Trump be president of the entire North American Union and Trudeau governor of Canada? No, I think it'd be more of a unified economy. Imagine erasing the border for people that are vetted and have, you know, the right passports, I guess, things like that. As long as it doesn't go into like COVID tyranny kind of stuff. Like, we don't need, you know, any proof of jabs or anything like that. And we don't need retina scans. We don't need implants. Like, that stuff I'm very, very firmly against. But if we were just to say remove that invisible border, which, I mean, what's it doing? I mean, we can talk about the threats of immigration, which I agree we need to control our borders, but I think that means North America as a whole. Like, what are we worried about the United States bringing up here? Shitty beer? Are they worried about us invading them with poutine? Like, come on. Come on. We're all on the same page. We're all on the same continent. Let's just be friends. We are friends. We're the best friends in the world. And always remember to put your phone on DND before you start recording a video. I always do that. Anyways, I absolutely am in a fantastic mood. I am doing so much stuff on my property. I got a new fifth wheel. I got a steal of a deal on it too. It's in great shape. Got a wood stove. New fridge, every single thing works on it, even every marker light on it works. It is a beautiful home on wheels. I've been ordering a lot of supplies to get this van, the one I'm sitting in right now, to finally get on with the renovations and the additions. It's going to be a sweet, sweet machine when I'm done, I'll tell you. Anyways, enough about vans, fifth wheels, and the free world. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing fucking amazing, actually. Not just well. I mean, I hope you're absolutely having the best time of your life, living your best life right now. I honestly mean that. Because life is short, so you better frickin' enjoy every minute of it that you can. Never forget that. One day you're going to wake up in an old folks' home and realize you just wasted all this time scrolling on TikTok or something like that. Come on, get outside.
Keep on rocking in the free world.